What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Samurai Radio Sports Network. And today we are back with the predictions videos for the rest of the year. Now, the only game, I have it on your screen, but on mine I don't. But the only game I don't have currently on my screen is the Redskins versus Panthers. But on your screen, you're already seeing that I have the Redskins winning that game, and that's on Monday night. And then the same thing with the Cowboys Buccaneers. I have the Bucs winning tonight, and that game starts very shortly by the time I'm recording this. Hopefully I get this out before the game. I couldn't get it out before the 1 p.m. games today because I was doing a lot of stuff. But I'm going to be back on the video grind, of course, now that the semester is over. So we're talking about Week 15. Everyone has already watched the games. There were a lot of crazy ones. But the Dolphins benefited huge by both the Chiefs, Broncos, and the Chargers losing. If the Dolphins win next week and the Broncos lose, then the Dolphins clinch the 6th seed, which would be amazing. So we'll get into that later. But now we go Week 16. That's what you're going to see now on your screen. And let's go into the games. So we have the Christmas Eve games, and we have the Dolphins versus the Bills, the Jets versus the Patriots, Titans versus Jaguars, Chargers, Browns, Colts, Raiders, Bengals, Texans, Ravens, Steelers, Broncos, Chiefs. Those are on Sunday. Then Monday night you have Lions, Cowboys, and Thursday night you have Giants, Eagles. So we're going to start off with the Dolphins versus the Bills. I think this one is pretty obvious. I have the Dolphins winning despite Matt Moore being the quarterback. It was the same thing I said. I didn't think they were going to lose to the freaking Jets. I keep my prediction there. And I feel like they sit Matt Moore and either start Dowdy or Yates in Week 17, depending on if the Broncos lose or not. And if they do lose, then the Dolphins will sit out that week and then bring Tannehill back for the wild card game. So we'll see how that goes. Jets, Patriots. I mean, it's a rivalry game, AFC East. Most of the time, things just go crazy and players turn into superstars. But I think this is a no-doubter. Patriots beat the Jets. Titans, Jaguars. I have the Titans winning, extending their lead into the AFC South. Chargers, Browns. I have the Chargers winning. I don't think the Browns win a game this season. Colts, Raiders. I got the Raiders winning, and then Bengals, Texans. Bengals, Ravens, Steelers. I have the Steelers beating the Ravens, which is pretty crazy. And then Broncos, Chiefs. I do have the Chiefs winning. I think this game can go either way, but I do have the Chiefs winning this one. The Thursday night game, Giants, Eagles. I give this one to the Giants. Eagles just aren't a good football team. Then you got Bucs, Saints. I think the Buccaneers are one of the best teams in the NFC right now. But I think their playoff berth all depends on if they beat Dallas tonight. Vikings, Packers. Packers are on a roll right now. I see them beating the Vikings. Could go either way, though, but we'll have to see what happens there. Falcons, Panthers. I got Atlanta. I don't think the Panthers are a good team this year. I think right now their last stretch is more of a fluke than it is anything else. Cardinals, Seahawks. This one was close. They tied the first time, but the Seahawks are much better right now than they were when they tied earlier in the season. I give it to the Seattle Seahawks. 49ers, Rams. It's basically a shit fest, but I give it to the 49ers over the Los Angeles Rams. And then Lions, Cowboys. I have the Cowboys losing in back-to-back weeks because they lost against the Giants, lost against the Buccaneers, and now lose to the Lions. I don't know what it is, but I guess it might just be my hatred for the Cowboys that makes me want them to lose, but that's what I have as my prediction. Then we go into Week 17. Now, Week 17 is crucial for a lot of teams, and you're seeing on your screen how it's going to play out, how I see everything playing out. You see the final records. So you see on your screen right now, if you look at the AFC, I have Patriots, the number 1 seed, the Chiefs, the 2, the 3 being the Steelers, the 4 being the Titans, the 5, the Raiders, and the 6, the Dolphins. I think it's going to be very, very interesting how everything shapes up. And it could be, I think this is going to be a very, very interesting week in Week 17. I think there's a lot of people on the line for playoffs. So we'll have to see. So right now, I have Ravens beating the Bengals, Texans beating the Titans, Jaguars beating the Colts, Patriots beating the Dolphins, the Bills beating the Jets, the Steelers beating the Browns, the Broncos beating the Raiders, the Chiefs beating the Chargers, Saints beat the Falcons beat the Saints, Giants beat the Redskins and secure that 1 seed. Crazy that I have that being the prediction, but I have the Giants finishing off with the #1 seed and making the Super Bowl go through New York. Interesting enough, I'll explain in a video tomorrow why I have this, and that's only if the Cowboys lose tonight. If the Cowboys don't lose tonight, then I have the Cowboys winning out. So we'll see what happens there. I have the Bucks beating the Panthers. Once again, I think the Bucks are just a better team. Packers, Lions. This one will be for the division, for the playoffs, and the Packers will fall short. The Lions will win. Bears, Vikings. I think the Bears are a much better team under Matt Barkley, and I'm actually really liking watching the Bears for once in a million years. But I think they're a better team under Matt Barkley. I think that they might have Barkley as their future QB, which is crazy, thinking that he's bounced around so much. But I think that they're just going to stick with Barkley. Then you go Cowboys, Eagles. I have the Cowboys beating the Eagles. Eagles just aren't a good team this year. They fooled us early, kind of like the Vikings did, but they just can't sustain it through. And then the Seahawks will beat the Niners, and the Cardinals will beat the Rams. I think those are two obviouses there. So I'm going to go into the wild card game, and this is where everything gets interesting. So for the wild card game, you're going to have the Raiders, the Titans, the Dolphins, the Steelers on the AFC side, and with the NFC side, you're going to have Cowboys, Lions, and then Buccaneers, Falcons. Now, it's crazy how I have this playing out, but you got to listen through. I'm going to go through each game. This is why I wanted to go through the weeks quicker, because I wanted to go in-depth on these wild card games and the divisional games, because I'm just a little bit crazy. My first one, I was a little bit crazy. I had a lot of hopes for a lot of things, maybe some upsets going on here and there, but it just didn't work out. And I'll be doing one of these each week. So I'm going to do one next week on Sunday, probably Monday, actually, after the Monday night game. But you'll see them. So I have the Raiders beating the Titans. Shocking to even myself, to be honest, actually. Like, you might be saying, okay, Raiders beating the Titans, that's not a shocker. To me, I see that as a shocker just because I feel like the Titans could beat the Raiders at home. Because remember, they would be at home, not away in Oakland. But you never know. Dolphins, Steelers. Even though the Steelers are on Heinz Field, I have the Dolphins beating them. I think the Dolphins have the Steelers' number. And the Dolphins' pass rush is too much for that Steelers' offensive line. It would really require Le'Veon Bell to win the game, in my personal opinion, especially if the Dolphins have RT17 back. When it goes to Cowboys-Lions, I have the Cowboys beating the Lions. Bucks-Falcons, I have the upset with the Buccaneers beating the Atlanta Falcons. And I say it's an upset, but I definitely think that the Bucks might be a better team. I'm not too sure, but I do have them winning out. So I do have them winning that game. Then we go to the divisional round. And with the divisional round, I have this playing out very weird. And a lot of people are going to kind of question it once I go into the later ones. But I have the Raiders losing to the Chiefs, the Dolphins losing to the Patriots, and then I have the Cowboys losing to the Seahawks, and the Bucks losing to the Giants. Once again, I think that the Super Bowl is going to have to go through New York, which would be crazy, to be honest. It would be the first time in a long time. So that'd be awesome. It'd be the first time MetLife would have a Super Bowl have to go through them, which would be cool. And then on AFC side, I think if you want to go to the Super Bowl, it's going to have to go through New England. I don't think the Dolphins can pull off a win in Foxborough. I mean, Brady is Brady when it comes to the playoffs. You never know. Anything is possible. The Dolphins started off 1-4. I have them finishing 10-6. Before the year started, I actually had literally before the first game, I said they would go 10-6. Previously, I had 9-7 after the draft, and then right before the first game, I put out a video saying 10-6. So I stick with my 10-6 prediction. Even through the 1-4, I still stuck through it. So you never know. Anything can happen, but I think Brady's going to carve through the Dolphins and get an easy win. So Cowboys, Seahawks, I don't think the Cowboys are better than the Seahawks, but once again, this is the NFL. Anything is possible. Shit, I mean, the Browns are going 0-16 for the second time now. I don't see them winning a game. I mean, the Browns are just shit, so who knows. Bucks, Giants. Giants defense is going to be way too much for the Buccaneers. Personal opinion. Conference game, Chiefs, Patriots. Now, this one is going to be shocking to me because in my mind, I see this as, okay, well, if the Patriots beat the Chiefs, they'll either face the Seahawks for the second time, or they'll face the Giants for the third time. If anybody knows about the Tom Brady, Eli Manning situation, I don't think they could ever lose to the Patriots in the Super Bowl. They beat them twice, 2007, and then in 2011, you had the Plaxico Burress catch on that little post to the outside. You had the David Tyree helmet catch. And then in 2011, you had Victor Cruz. You had the emergence of Gronk and Aaron Hernandez for the Patriots. And then you had Mario fucking Manningham, man. That dude was fucking made me super, super happy because my dad is a hybrid of Giants, Jets, and Dolphins. So as a kid, I rooted more for the Dolphins, and then I rooted for the Giants. I just have a hatred for the Jets, but the Giants are definitely my second favorite team. I have their 2007 DVD and the booklet of when they won. I just thought it was an awesome something to point out there from my memories as a kid, but Dolphins are number one in my heart, so it doesn't even matter. But I have the Chiefs beating the Patriots, and then I have the Giants beating the Seahawks. Interesting enough. And then in the Super Bowl, I have the Chiefs beating the Giants and winning the Super Bowl. I think it's a very, very bold prediction, but I think that it's possible. I have the Kansas City Chiefs, the 12-4 Kansas City Chiefs, 6-0 in the division, prediction-wise, beating the New York Giants in the Super Bowl. Beginning of the year, I had it Patriots Seahawks. I'm switching it now. Chiefs Giants. Chiefs win. Cairo Santos hits a game-winning field goal with a minute left, and then Eli Manning drives down the field. Hail Mary attempt with 5 seconds left is incomplete, and the Chiefs win. Personal opinion, I think that is what's going to happen. A little bit crazy. I like to go a little bit crazier with these predictions because I feel like it makes it more interesting not only for me, but for you guys. One, because you can call me out in the comments like, Kai, you're a fucking idiot. I don't know what the hell you're talking about. But it makes it interesting for me because sometimes if I go out on a limb on some of these predictions, you never know, they could come true. So I hope you guys did very much enjoy this video. If you did, leave a like on the video. It helps out a lot. As well as subscribe to the channel. I don't think we're there yet at the time of me recording this video, but we are 4 subscribers away from 200 subscribers, and I just cannot wait to get there. I'm itching at it. I want to get to that 200 subscriber mark, and videos will be coming out quicker and quicker every day. We're actually at 197. We are at 197, so 3 subscribers away, and videos are going to be coming out quicker and quicker and quicker for the next 3 weeks. So hope you guys did very much enjoy. If you did, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. And I will see you guys next time. Peace.